Time. How much do we really have it? Hundreds of people go to bed thinking that the next day they will wake up and do this thing or that thing. But for a number of reasons, they cannot even wake up the next day.
The icy roads creating an early morning nightmare. A pileup of more than 130 vehicles, sending 65 people to the hospital.
A forest fire raging in the mountainous central Pedro Gal Grande area since Saturday has killed more than 60 people and wounded 59.
In Turkey, the death toll has risen to at least 29, with nearly 1,500 injured following a powerful earthquake in the east of the country.
Meanwhile, in Brazil, nearly about 4,195 Brazilians are said to have lost their lives due to the COVID-19 infection in the last 24 hours.
Mexico, where at least 20 people have been killed and dozens more injured in a metro accident in the capital, Mexico City.
Which makes us think, how much time do we really have? And what are we doing with it? If I ask you, how will you live if you know the time of your death? What will you say? You might say you will go on a world tour, or finally share your feelings to your partner, or do that thing which you really love and are passionate about. Which means you will finally live your version of best life, right? But since we don't know it, we take the life for granted. But not anymore. Let's find out how much time do we really have. If you are living in USA, then your life expectancy is around 79 years. In Japan and Hong Kong, it's around 84 years. In UK and other European countries, it's around 81 years. In China, Maldives, Thailand, it's around 76 years. In India, it's about 70 years, and likewise in other countries. But for sake of our calculation, let's take average life expectancy to be 80 years. So now, first 3 years since birth, we don't do much. We don't have much control on our lives. So let's deduct it. Also, considering that we retire at the age of 65, then last 10 to 15 years of our lives are also nearly the same. We cannot do many things. If you have a good health, you may be playing with your grandkids. But statistics shows that 68% of people over the age of 65 suffer from one or the other disablement for which they are even hospitalized. So let's leave it also, which brings us to 63 years. Seems pretty good, right? Now let's take a closer look. On average, we sleep for 8 hours per night for 63 years. That is 21 years spent in sleeping. Let's say we take 2 hours after waking up, doing brushing, bathing, morning chores, dressing and grooming. Another 2 hours for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Another 1 hour for traveling. Initially we travel from home to school and back to home, and later commuting from home to office and back to home. On average, we spend about 3 hours on social media or watching TV series or movies, etc. So that makes 8 hours of everyday life, which means another 21 years are gone doing these things. Most of you will agree that the activities that are mentioned are pretty much standard and most of us do it. We spend 8 hours in school. That includes the time to do homework, project, assignment and preparation for exam. So that is 8 hours per day, 6 days a week, 52 weeks a year for next 18 years from KG till you graduate, and leave aside the specialization. So that's 6 entire waking years in school, high school and college. After that, let's imagine an ideal situation that you get a 9 to 5 job just after the degree. So you spend 8 hours per day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year for next 45 years of job. That is 11 entire waking years of life. So after deducting all this, we get 4 entire waking years to live and do what we want. On a side note, I am deliberately avoiding many things such as doing specialization or time spent in searching for a job, or marriage, honeymoon, taking care of family and raising the kids, accidents and other hospitalized time either for sickness or for any other health issues. Because if we add up all those things, then the time that is left with us will surprise you. So just leave those things aside and let's focus on the real deal. We have only 4 years to do something which we really love and are passionate about. Spend time with family and friends. And chances are, some of those 4 years are already gone now. So let me ask you, how do you feel about these 4 years? Do you think 4 years are enough? Will you be happy to have only 4 years of life? Because I won't. The motive of this video is not to give you some existential crisis, or I am not saying you to stop going school or quit your job right now. The intention of this video is to make you aware of the time and take control of your life so that you can make the best out of it. Now let's revisit the equation. We spend 11 years at job, but if you don't like the job, you always look at the clock to hit 5. You are eagerly waiting for next weekend to come up. You are unhappy at job.
A survey found that 3 out of 4 employees don't think they're strongly valued on the job, and nearly half say they're not highly satisfied with their supervisors.
Now, if you're unhappy at your current job, you're not alone. New data from LinkedIn shows that mixed feelings or are unhappy in our current roles.
If you are one of them, then that job does not deserve your time. What if you do the work which you really love? Then that way, those 11 years will be happy years. What if you eat healthy food, sleep 7 hours and exercise for just 1 hour a day? Then you may save even your post-retirement 5 to 10 years and remain healthy and happy. That way, you can have around 25 to 30 years of quality time instead of just 4 years. All I am saying is our journey on this beautiful planet is really short. Life has been here for 3.7 billion years, and in comparison to that, our life is really nothing. And nobody knows if we are ever going to walk on this planet again. So just start doing what really matters to you. Chase your dreams and don't wait for some miraculous or perfect time to appear. When you take the first step towards your dream, that is the perfect time. I know you all have something in your mind. You wish to do it. You dream of accomplishing it. You want to hit it big. But you are waiting for the right time, or maybe for a right partner, or maybe for an opportunity to show up. And the fact is, even you don't know when this right moment of yours will appear.
How are you not willing to take a step backwards because of other people's opinions and willing to ruin the next 47 years of your life? Take a fucking step backwards to take a step forward for the rest of your life.
So I appeal you, don't overthink. Just take your first step towards your dream and live your best life. I believe when we are dying, we must not have the regret of not doing the things which were important to us, things which we were passionate about. So start doing, because the countdown has already begun.
I just wanna be happy.